Hi, doctors. Another short video about personal injury, doctors of chiropractic, healthy chiropractic patients after they get reasonable care. We're talking about the patient and doctor selection of patients. So we call this the rules of steel. We got 50 of them, 50 rules of steel. They're very short videos. Each one is between 2 to 5 minutes. And we'll take a certain key aspect of personal injury that can save you a lot of time and anguish and make your life a lot happier. So one of the areas that we don't often talk about, very few people do actually, is do you have to see every single patient that walks inside your door? You don't have to. There are certain signs and clues. I've written 2 articles about it, and I'd be happy to send you one. One Kiplinger just published this year. And the key is that there's certain kind of patients that you, or maybe you're not aware of, your staff knows, are bad patients. Sure, you might make some money, but the cost, the emotional, the hassle, the argumentation isn't really worth it. So it's a smart practice because your doors are open. That means anybody can walk in. Once in a while you get a patient that's really a flake, not dependable, argumentative. And so here's some signs that I want to offer to you. By being careful who you bring into your practice, it'll make your life a lot easier. And it's better for the other patients, particularly in the waiting room, and particularly for your staff. So I'm going to give you some examples. We're talking about rule number 8, patient selection. Patient selection has a lot to do with the comfort, the ease, and the enjoyment of your life and your practice. So here's 4 patients that I would watch out for. 1, you don't like them. Whatever the reason, it's psychokinetic. We don't know what the exact principles are. There's something, an energy level between you and the patient that isn't good, that isn't helpful, and you can tell that this is not going to be a pleasant relationship. And if so, find a way quickly to find another doctor for that patient. That for some reason, you can't explain it logically, but it's not going to be a good fit between you and the patient. So there's always other doctors you can refer patients to. There's no abandonment here, but you want to do it quickly. If you're going to just try to make an easy dollar out of it, let me tell you, it's going to be the hardest dollar you've ever earned. It's not easy. It's tough. When you got somebody you just don't like, you don't care for, and that's perfectly good to exercise your best judgment. Secondly, watch out for the patient that's a doctor hopper. What's a doctor hopper? It's a patient that, they'll tell you about the last 3 chiropractors they saw for this auto accident case, and they were incompetent, they were uncouth, they weren't pleasant, they did bad adjustments. In other words, if they're always complaining about the prior doctor they just saw and now seeing you, I guarantee you, very high likelihood, you'll be the next doctor they'll be complaining about. So just keep that in mind. The doctor hopper is notoriously unreliable, and they'll be trashing you to the next doctor they wind up seeing. So just be aware of that, and don't expect a long-term relationship. The third one is the patient that will tell you, I got a great PI case, we're both going to make a lot of money, this is a slam dunk. In other words, they know more than the insurance company, they know more than the lawyer, and they certainly know more than you. Those patients are cocky. They're oftentimes exaggerate the injuries. They're not reliable. People can see they're phony a mile away. And in this business, trust and confidence is crucial. You got somebody in an auto case that's strictly in it for the money. They could care less really about what their injuries are, if there are any. Those are tricky cases. Be careful about that. You got to let the patient know from day one you're in charge of the case. You know what's best for the patient. And basically make it easy for them to understand. It's a take it or leave it situation. And finally, this one's easy. Your staff will tell you way in advance. A quarrelsome patient. He's unhappy with everything. First of all, he doesn't like, where he had to park his car. And he didn't like the tone of your staff. And he walks inside and he didn't like the way the carpeting looks. So he'll find reasons for complaining, for finding criticism with some people in your office, but basically you can tell there's a lot of negativity. Unless you can tone it down and set them straight, quarrelsome patients is somebody that irritates everybody, including your fellow patients that are also in the clinic. So these are just some ideas. You have a lot of freedom. Go to my website to find out more about. You don't have to take every single patient that comes into your life, and there's good, rational reasons why you let them go, but you let them go with love. Now, this is Shawnsteel at Shawnsteel Law Firm. We do this YouTube regularly. We'd like to have you become a subscriber. We do an amazing newsletter twice a month that Alex and I both edit and write for. It's original content. You won't get it anywhere. And you can subscribe to that. Just simply go to our website, shawnsteel.com. Look in a little area called Doctor Resources, and then you'll see an explosion of podcasts, videos, newsletters, articles, and then a whole lot of free forms. Everything about personal injury from the first day of intake to all the way to chronic conditions and how to prove it up. So these are services we offer students of chiropractic. We get to teach at all 3 chiropractic colleges in California. We work with Sam Collins. We have a lot of fun doing this. We'd like you to enjoy the ride. So tune in, become a subscriber, and you'll see a new exciting version of the 50 Rules of Steel or something important about personal injury in your life. Thank you.